In my last video, I talked about how to know your fertile days, how to know your fertile window, when to have sex in order to get pregnant if you want a baby in varying menstrual cycle length. And in today's video, I'm going to be teaching women with varying menstrual cycle length when it's safe for them to have sex and when they should run away from unprotected sexual intercourse. Come closer, let me teach you how to prevent unwanted pregnancy using the calendar method. Hey there, I'm Nurse Annie, and on this channel I talk about nursing and healthcare. So if you are interested in contents like this, click on the subscribe button and on the bell to join my YouTube family. Today's video is a continuation of my last video, and I'm going to be focusing on women with varying menstrual cycle length. How to know when it's safe for you to have sex if you don't want to get pregnant. We all know how the economy is. So if you're not ready for a baby now, when is it safe for you to have unprotected sex? When are you supposed to run away from unprotected sex? In this video, I'm going to show you using the calendar method. Before you can know your safe days, first of all, you need to know your menstrual cycle length. You need to identify which menstrual cycle length you have. If you have a regular and constant menstrual cycle length, if you have a varying menstrual cycle length, or if you have an irregular menstrual cycle length. Let's not forget that the normal menstrual cycle length is between 21 to 35 days. So if yours falls within this range, that means you have a regular menstrual cycle length. Let's say example, every single month you have a fixed number, a particular number for your menstrual cycle length every time. Let's say after calculating your menstrual cycle length, you keep having 27 days, 27 for the 6 months or the 6 cycles. That means your menstrual cycle length is regular and also constant. Then if your menstrual cycle length changes every month or every cycle, that means you have a varying menstrual cycle length. It varies every month, but the numbers still fall within this number range. Example, you calculated your menstrual cycle length and you got 30 days. The next month you got 28, next month you got 32, next month 27, next month 28. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6th month you got a 29 days menstrual cycle. Look at these numbers, they all fall within the normal range, but they vary every single month. This is still regular, but varying. They change, they vary every month. So this is what I'm going to be talking about in today's video. Then the irregular menstrual cycle length are those menstrual cycle lengths that falls below 21 days and above 35 days. If you calculated your menstrual cycle length and you had 19 days, the next month you skip, you don't see your menses that month. The next month you see it, maybe after 40 days, can be after 60 days. You can even skip your menses for 2 months. In a year, you can even see your menses 4 times. This is what we call irregular menstrual cycle length. So in today's video, I'm going to be teaching women with this kind of menstrual cycle length how to know their safe days. So if you want to know more on the types of menstrual cycle lengths we have, I have a video on this. Check it out after today's video. It will help you know more and also follow us in today's video. Menstrual cycle length is simply the days in between 2 periods, and the normal range falls within 21 to 35 days. In counting your menstrual cycle length, you start counting from the very first day you started bleeding, and you stop a day before the next period came. So the number of days from the very first day you started bleeding to a day before the next one came makes up one menstrual cycle length. So let's get to the board. Let's say you saw your menses on the 5th and the next one came on 31st. All you need to do is to start from this very first day to count how many days you have. And this is going to be day 1. The next day is day 2. You keep counting like that. So let's continue. This 3, this day 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. You stop counting here because the next day is the day you saw your menses. So from this very first day you started bleeding to this point makes up one menstrual cycle length. So from the next day that your menstrual blood started flowing again is the beginning of another menstrual cycle length. So this very first month you calculated and you got 26 days, right? So you had 26 days. The next one you calculated your menstrual cycle like this and you got 27 days. The next month you got 30 days. Next month you got 29. The next month you got a 28-day cycle. And on the 6th month or on the 6th cycle, you got 27 days also. So we are done with calculating this woman's menstrual cycle length for at least 6 months or at least 6 cycles. And we're going to proceed into knowing her fertile days, because we can't just know her safe days without knowing her fertile days. And considering the fact that her menstrual cycle length keeps varying, it changes every single month, we can't pinpoint the exact day she's likely going to ovulate, unlike the constant menstrual cycle length. In this case, we only know the fertile window, the opening, the beginning of her fertile window, and when it's going to end. So in knowing this woman's fertile window, we look out for the least cycle length, we subtract 18 from it in order to know the beginning of her fertile window. And we also look out for the longest cycle length and subtract 11 from it to know the closing, the end of her fertile window, because we can't pinpoint the exact day she's likely going to ovulate, unlike the constant menstrual cycle length. So in this case, we only know the window, the period she is going to be fertile, the beginning and the end of the fertile window. And one will be asking, why 11, why 18? 11 and 18 is just the range for the luteal phase, 11 to 18. So we use that to identify the fertile window in varying menstrual cycle length. So we're going to pick the least menstrual cycle length out, which is 26, and we subtract 18 from it, and it will give us 8. So on the 8th day of a menstrual cycle length is the beginning of her fertile window. So let's count from here to know the day 8. This is day 1, this is day 2, day 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the beginning of this woman's fertile window. And I also look out for the longest menstrual cycle length, which is 30, and I subtract 11 from it. So 30 minus 11 equals to 19. So that means on the 19th day of her menstrual cycle length is the end of her fertile window. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So this is the end of this woman's fertile window. Yeah. So all the days from here all the way to this point makes up this woman's fertile window. So if she has unprotected sex here during this period, she's going to get pregnant. So she's expected to stay away from unprotected sexual intercourse during this period if she doesn't want to get pregnant. Then the days outside this box, makes up her safe days. Let me do one more example so we understand very well. Okay, so let's say this woman's menses came on the 2nd, and the next one came the same month on the 30th. Let's count her menstrual cycle length together. This is going to be the one. Remember, you start counting from the very first day. So this is the one, the next one is the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So this is a 28 days menstrual cycle. Let's do write it down, 28. The next month she calculated again like this and she got 29 days. The next month she got 31 days. The next month she got 32 days. The next month she got 30 days. And on the 6th month she got 29 days. So we're going to calculate her fertile days first. And in calculating her fertile days, we pick the lowest menstrual cycle length and subtract 18 from it. So the lowest here is 28. We subtract 18 from it and we have 10. So that means on the 10th day of her menstrual cycle length is the beginning of her fertile window. So this is the 10th day. This is the beginning of this woman's fertile window. And we also pick the longest menstrual cycle length, which is 32, and subtract, and we have 21. So on the 21st day of this woman's menstrual cycle length is the end of her fertile window. 21. This is 21. So this is the closing of this woman's fertile window. So let me draw a fine box for this woman's fertile window. Okay, beautiful. So all the days inside this box makes up this woman's fertile window. So she's not expected to have unprotected sex here. If she doesn't want to get pregnant, let her run away from unprotected sexual intercourse during this period. From the day 10th of her menstrual cycle length to this point, it's not safe for her. Let her run away from unprotected sex if she doesn't want to get pregnant. Then the days outside this box, the days outside this our fine box, are the days that are safe for her to have unprotected sex and she won't get pregnant. So from this day, this 22nd day, all the way are safe for her to have unprotected sex. She can enjoy herself and she won't get pregnant. So the days outside this box are the days that are safe for her to have unprotected sex. These are her safe days. All the days outside this box are safe for her. So this is how to know when you are safe. This is how to calculate your safe days. If you have a varying menstrual cycle length, if your menstrual cycle length keeps changing, it's totally different from how to calculate in a constant cycle length. This method is for varying menstrual cycle length. So I want you to use your own records. All the records you kept, all your menstrual cycle length records you kept, use those records for the past 6 months to calculate. If yours was 26, put 26 here. If this was 30, put 30. It may be 29, you put, continue like that, and pick the least cycle length, subtract 18 from it. That's the beginning of your fertile window. Then pick your own longest menstrual cycle length and subtract 11 from it. So the numbers you have, that's the beginning and the ending of your fertile window. So Outside that box, outside those days are your safe days. After getting your fertile days, the days outside, the other days remaining are your safe days. So this is how to calculate your safe days. If your menstrual cycle length keep changing, if they change every month, if they vary, this is how to calculate your safe days and you won't get pregnant. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope this was helpful. I hope you got value. If you did, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share with your loved ones. Thank you. See you in my next video.